my name is Mady, and I am on a journey to lose weight, and we are once again back on the fertility side of the channel, boys. I'm just kidding. It's mostly ladies. But yeah, we're here, ladies. We're back on the fertility side of the channel. I like to update you guys probably like every 2 months fertility wise. I don't want to like bombard you, and I tend to cry in these videos, and you know, who wants a downer on a Monday? Not me. But alas, I've had some appointments, I have some updates, so let's get into it. So a few weeks back, I had an ultrasound. It was an internal ultrasound, a probe ultrasound. That's what I call them, but I don't think that's the actual term. But basically, they didn't spread jelly on my belly and look at things. They probed me. Sorry. God, I'm like 5. And they looked at my uterus and my ovaries. Additionally, I did some lab work, and yeah, so today I had my follow-up appointment, and the specialist and I talked about it, and we had, I would say good news, mixed news, leading good. So let's start with all the good stuff. So my ovaries looked fine. They looked good. Follicles, there's enough follicles. And the big thing, the thing that I am very happy about is that they did confirm with my lab work and everything last month that your girl did in fact ovulate. So I feel very good about that. I'm very happy. I have gotten comments about this, and trust me, I am all too aware of this. At-home testing is not the best whenever you have PCOS for ovulation. However, for me, if I have a confirmed temperature spike, a positive ovulation test, and I'm sorry if this is TMI, but cervical mucus, I'm counting it as a victory. I had all those things last month, and my lab work reflected ovulation. So I feel really good about that. I really do. I'm so happy. Even though we weren't successful, we didn't successfully make a baby, I'm still very happy about that. The one lab piece that was kind of like, oh, well, is that my DIA or DHEA was elevated. However, she did say that that is like part of PCOS. It's very common with PCOS. And so it just kind of is what it is. There's not really much I can do about it, I don't think. And she doesn't think it's necessary to address, but it was just something of interest. Your girl has PCOS. It is what it is. So let's get over to the mixed side of things, which is my busted ass uterus. That's right. I guess I manifested it. It happened. I'm just kidding. So you guys might remember that in my last fertility update, I mentioned that she saw something in my chart notes about something called adenomyosis. I may be mispronouncing that. I'll put the word on the screen. But basically, that is when your uterine lining internally is thick. She thick with 2 C's. And so what does that mean exactly? Well, I don't know. No, it means that she mentioned just overall, it seems harder to get pregnant. People with adenomyosis have more trouble getting pregnant. I asked if it had to do with implantation, and she said that could be part of it, but just overall, they just have more trouble getting pregnant. So I basically confirmed that I had that. She was very helpful. She showed me kind of some images of like what a regular uterus and a regular uterine lining looks like. And then we looked at mine, and yeah, she looked kind of crazy, not gonna lie. So she was like, it is still possible to get pregnant. I don't want you to think anything, but there's no like real treatment for it because it is this, like, I don't want to say the center of my uterus, but it's also internal, that there is like a potential surgery, maybe, but it just didn't sound like there was much that we could do about it, just something to be aware of. And part of me is kind of pissed off because my general care team, so my gynecologist, and, you know, I did see a specialist here in town who did a saline ultrasound. They never said anything to me about this. I had no idea about this. I did not know. And I am very in the know when it comes to my health stuff. I feel like you guys know this. You kind of have to be with fertility. So I was kind of blindsided when she told me in the first place. And now it's basically confirmed. And It just makes things harder. Who's shocked? Who's shocked that it's going to be harder? Not me. I mean, something had to have. Some part of me feels like I feel like this is the piece of news that I can have to kind of forgive myself. Because for a while, I've lost 56 plus pounds this year. And I've been really down on myself for basically like kind of letting myself go. I've talked about this in the past that like, yeah, I have PCOS. I've had issues with hypothyroidism, but me overindulging was a big key part of the piece of me gaining weight. And I'm not delusional about that at all. I know that. And so some part of me was really mad at myself, like, wow, matey, wow, like if you weren't so fat, you'd be able to get pregnant. And this issue has nothing to do with weight. It's just a thing that has happened. And it's really upsetting that I basically was told by my old gynecologist, who I have mentioned, I have a whole long ass story time about, well, you just need to lose weight. Now, I do want to be clear that weight loss and just generally living a healthy lifestyle, I wouldn't even say weight loss. I'm just going to say living a healthy lifestyle, which weight loss will be a side effect of that, will help you. It will not only help you with fertility, it will not only help you with living a healthier life, but it'll help you with having a good, healthy pregnancy. Because we're all in this race to get pregnant, but then, being pregnant's really hard. It's hard on your body to do that. So being as healthy as possible is just only going to help you with that. So I'm not knocking the fact that I've lost weight, but I am knocking the fact that like I kind of blamed myself a little bit, more than a little bit, for me and Henry's fertility struggles, really mine at this point, because Henry's fine. And I feel like this is my sign, like, matey, you got to forgive yourself, because that was going on when you were fat and it's going on now that you're skinny. I'm like, I'm not skinny, but it's fine. So I just want to be clear to anyone out there who is overweight and maybe struggling. It might not have to do with your weight. I mean, it just, maybe it's health stuff. And the fact that my general care team had this information, I really need to do a deep dive in my chart and see where this came about. But they had the information that this was a possibility. I'm not impressed. So where do we go from here, I guess, is the next question. Essentially, I'm being told the same thing that I've been told for the past 3 years now, which is just keep trying. Just keep trying. Now, I will say I'm having more victories now than ever before with ovulating and everything. I feel better about the just keep trying advice than I've ever felt before, because before I would be told, well, just keep trying, but like, just keep trying and make sure you lose some weight. And that would be the only thing. They wouldn't do testing. I'd have to push for lab work. I'd have to push for everything that I needed to get done. I'd have to like be my own doctor, do my own research, and then go pay a copay to get someone to order lab work to see how I was doing. This is not the case. The specialist is, she's top of the line. She costs a pretty penny, but she's top of the line. Just keep trying advice, just keep swimming is what I want to keep saying. But, the just keep swimming advice actually doesn't bother me as much as it did. I do want to address really quickly that one of the things we talked about was like, hey, would ovulation medicine such as letrozole or Clomid help me? And she was of the mindset that like, it probably wouldn't help. Couldn't hurt, but probably wouldn't help. And she kind of seemed to be a little bit of that mindset when it came to IUI. I don't know why with IUI, and I can't tell. Sometimes with doctors, you're just trying to make vibe checks on them. For any D&D nerds out there, you're trying to roll insight checks on them. Like, yeah, they're explaining things to you, but they're very like, doctors are almost like politicians sometimes with the way they explain things, because nothing's absolute, and so they don't want to like be like, yeah, this will work, or yeah, this won't work. I'm like, well, just give me some percentages here. But it just doesn't work that way. So she doesn't think it would hurt, but she doesn't necessarily think that it would help given that I am ovulating, which is a little frustrating. I'm not frustrated at her. I'm just frustrated at the situation. So yeah, that's where we are now. This last thing, I've debated about talking about this. I don't even know how to talk about this without rambling. So I'm really freaking sorry. And if you're not interested, click away. Goodbye. Have a great day. This is uncomfortable to talk about as well. And I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying something that I'm not. So yeah, I'm just going to get into it. So I've been told before, and by some very well-meaning people, and I don't take this in any kind of negative way, but I have been told by many people like, Matey, you're going to be a mother no matter what. There are options. There's IVF, there's adoption, there are options. And there are options. But those options cost a lot of money. I really want to have a baby, obviously. Unless you're new here, which I'm shook if you are, I really want to have a baby. And it has been a long road to have a baby. But the idea of spending tens of thousands of dollars to even get pregnant, to even have the chance to get pregnant, is bonkers to me. And for reasons that I don't want to get into, just because I feel like people are going to disagree with me, and it's just very personal. I'm just going to be real, and I don't want anybody to take anything that I'm saying in the wrong way. I don't think the fostering system is for me either. I've seen a lot of the fostering system with previous jobs that I've had. I don't think I'm strong enough for it. Do those kids need homes and safe places to be? 100,000%. Do I think it would wreck me as a person to foster children and then they go back to bad situations? Yes. I don't think I'm strong enough to do it. I don't. And I don't think Henry's strong enough to do it either. I don't know if y'all know this, but he's a big softie. There are lots of options out there. There are probably options I'm not even aware of out there. But to me, the bottom line will always be, I don't have infinite money. I do want things in life, regardless of me and Henry have kids. I want to have a house, even in this economy. The reason that I rent is because of this economy. I want to have a house. I want to take Henry to Europe someday. I want to travel. Something that I love about me and Henry's relationship is that we date each other. And the idea of spending this money and it meaning that maybe that closes the door on one of those other two things, it hurts. And I'm not sure, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not sure that it's worth it. And clearly that hurts me greatly to say, because I'm like, of course it's worth it. And it is. Really, it's just all so unfair. But and I hate talking about this because I don't want anybody to be like, maybe let's start a GoFundMe. We'll donate to you. I don't want any of that. But the reality for me and for a lot of people out there is they can't have both. And so they have to choose. I can spend tens of thousands of dollars on having a kid. And I'm so open to adopting. I am. But I know people who've adopted. I know someone who adopted who had to take out a mortgage on her house and that was paid off. And it's really expensive. I'm sure there are more affordable ways to adopt, but it's really expensive as a whole. And it's really lengthy. It takes a long time. And it's kind of a gamble as well, in a way, because what if me and Henry spend all this money to do all these things and then we get pregnant naturally and all that money's gone? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I guess I'm trying to say, I know people are like, maybe you're going to be a mother no matter what. It's not the reality. And it hurts. It hurts so much to think about that. And I almost feel selfish. I feel like a bad person for facing that. But and maybe I'm just being too negative or pessimistic, but it's just the reality. It's just the reality of Do me and Henry have the money to raise a kid pretty comfortably? I mean, would they have everything they ever wanted? No, nor should they. Yeah, we feel pretty good that we have that kind of money. Do we have the money to do the things that I mentioned, to buy a house and spend all this money on a kid before we even have said kid? I don't know that we do. And that's really uncomfortable to talk about because, again, yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling because I am vaguely uncomfortable, but I almost feel like I have to say it because not just like the things people say to me, very well-meaning people, I don't take it as like, I know they're being like comforting and, I love that. And Henry himself has said that we are gonna be parents. I don't know that it's true. I don't. And like, I really hope that like we just naturally have a baby. If we can't, we have a really big decision to make about where our life is going to go. And I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I don't even do lottery stuff, but maybe I'll win the lottery and this will all be a moot point, but still. I hate talking about money on the channel and everything. I don't really generally do that. I just want you guys to know I'm okay. Me and Henry are okay. We love each other. We always date each other. We go on dates. We do things together. It's my favorite thing about our relationship is that me and Henry date each other in addition to being married. And I think that's so important. And we do that especially because we know it's going to be harder when we have kids and, added costs and everything. And like, no matter what, we're going to be okay. But the reality for a lot of people is they can't have it all. You have to choose. And it's really difficult. I hate to end on that sad note because, like I said, generally the appointment was good news. And it's not like I'm going to stop trying, and we're not going to stop trying. It's just kind of a matter of we're getting closer and closer to the point of making that decision of where we go from here. All right. As I have said many times, I have rambled sufficiently. So, and I'm sorry y'all had to see me ugly cry. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. But, crumble. I'm still, as of filming this video, although by the time you see it, I will not be, I am still doing no sugar added. And there is nothing I want more than to drown my sorrows in a pint of ice cream. But I quit sugar in the name of fertility. And we're going to keep chugging along, but it's almost over. But anyway, I don't know why you would like, comment, or subscribe. But if you're interested in the growth of my channel, my weight loss journey, and workout challenges and occasional fertility updates, you can like, comment, and subscribe for the growth of the channel and just to stick around, hang out with us.
Such a stone cold pack of weirdos and I'm so proud.
But all right. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Bye.